And a lot of people were asking me, like, why did he leave Gomorrah? I don't know, guys, ask him. Yeah.
No, because like also like one of the things with the exit was when I was having that chat with the producers, they were just like, hey, like, you know, as I sit down into the thing, Katron was just like, hey, this is what's happening, the guy's dying. Oh yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. You know, instead of just prolonging it. But they needed to set up everybody's season 2's arc, right? And they needed to kill a character off, but they needed to kill a character off that affected every single person in the story. And Langa was the only character that was in the Mulifa house, in the Dlamini house.
Yes, you're connected to all of everyone. Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons.
We've been through it all, yeah. In the midst of it all these promises nobody knows. I'm telling stories that nobody told.
Welcome back to SFM Chronicles, everybody. Today we are chilling with it's a special guest, but it's also like he's a good friend that I've kind of gotten to know through the years.
Yeah.
Sia.
How's it, bro?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm all good, dude.
Man.
I'm all good, my cousin.
Long time.
You hear that shit?
When last did I see
Did you hear that?
Yeah, dog, it's a connection.
Solid.
when last we were together, man?
I think I saw you at the Justice Surf premiere last time.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long ago that was, bro.
Justice Surf, probably, was it July?
I have no
The
clue.
Justice Surf premiere.
Yeah. Came in with my little outfit. I didn't even remember like what the dress code was, bro. Was there a dress code?
Yeah, it
for
was.
that
It was like something like tribal, something. It was tribal. Yeah, it was something like tribal tradition or something
thing?
like that.
Like, oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Netflix,
Jesus.
but like, I need to like read those emails properly. Because I won't even
dude.
lie. Like, I was like, I just heard, okay, oh yeah, we're doing the premiere and whatnot. They're like, you need to sort yourself out, get whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not wearing a suit.
Yeah.
I just made a decision like on the spot. I'm like, I'm not wearing a suit, and if I'm not wearing a suit, I'm probably gonna rock up in jeans. But I know I can't rock up in jeans, so I'll call my boy Ryan. You know Ryan Shava.
I remember you tagged him. You told me about him
Shout
on
out
that
to
night.
Ryan.
Yeah.
He's a fine artist, painter, multimedia, and all of that.
Yeah.
Overall great guy, crazy rock star. I called him. I was like, yo, dude, kind of doing this thing.
Yeah.
You know, got this premiere. I was like, would you like to
Hook me up
do
with
something?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, bro, sure, man. Like, why not? Right? I'm like, oh, yeah. He was like, just bring me the material. And I'm like, shit, dude. And I walked around with Antoinette. She works at the agency. We went like around the whole of town, dude. Like Carlton Square.
Looking for outfits and stuff.
Just looking for like a dungaree, because I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna get a dungaree. That's what it's gonna be, and that's how I'm gonna do it, right? Bro, we walked the whole day, bro. And then eventually, like, I remember that my mom works at a clothing factory.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know why it hit me at the last minute. I was like, yo, ma, you got something like white, you know, like a white overall? She's like, oh yeah, I got something. Come over, and she was right around the corner as well. Get there, and she gives me like the chef's outfit. Like, you know, what chefs wear. It's a chef's essentially what I was wearing was a chef's uniform.
Yeah, we'll
Right.
put the picture up for you guys to see.
Yeah, right. Essentially what that was a chef's uniform.
Yeah.
And then I gave it to Ryan, and then like a day later, he's just like, yeah, man, I'm done.
It's like, because it had like some artistic thing on the side, I remember. That looked cool. That looked really cool.
Yeah, so that was the story about that little outfit. Almost didn't get it.
But no, you pulled it off. I thought it was dope, man.
Yeah.
And I remember at the Justice Surf premiere when you were like to me, you're like, yo, Eddie, like, you know, we're like one of the youngest people here.
Bro, I am always, dude, still to this day,
Yeah.
I am always the youngest person around.
But what's that?
But
what's
eventually
that like,
I won't
though?
be.
But like, what's that like though? Like being like the kid on set.
It's quite nice, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've gotten used to it over the years, because like I've been working since I was like nine years old.
Yeah.
So I've always been the youngest on set, but like, you know, so I learned quite quickly how to speak to adults. Like, I'm a lot more comfortable speaking to adults than like people my age, even though like it's all good, but it's just a lot easier because.
And you've matured quicker than many people.
I guess I've heard that many times. And so like, you know, it's always good, you know, because you know the older people they're quite cool. You know, I give them some lingo. They're like, oh my god, you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, kind of catch them up with some things, and also like you know they're constantly dropping gems, bro. Like, you know, you sit down with some of these people sometimes, and you just sit and just shut up,
Yeah.
and you'll learn so much,
More,
like a lot more than I think you could, you know, reading a book or something else like that. You know, I believe like. I like talking to people so much because I learn a lot more from people than other sources of learning. And like, if you can tell me something and show me how to do it, I don't think I'll forget it. Like,
Really?
there's a 99% chance I won't forget it.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that a little bit later. But just to
Yeah.
do like a more of a formal intro for you.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I've just written some like a so just to welcome you.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you ladies, gentlemen, and gender non-conforming community. For those of you that don't know, this is Sia Kaba. Sia is a young man I've gotten to know and become close with in recent years. He's a talented actor and film director. He's acted in productions such as Gomorrah, Netflix's recent Justice Served series, Soul Buddies, The Estate, Foreplay, Sex Tips for Girls. It's an interesting one, that.
I know, right?
Endgame Season 1 and The Book of Negroes.
Yeah, Book of Negroes. Yeah.
Just to name a few. And not only is he an actor, but he's also director, writer, producer of Showmax licensed short film Carrots. Or at 23 years of age. Guys, like, Sia's doing the most.
Dude, I'm old, bro.
What's fucking pressure? Yeah, what's up? Why are you putting us under so much pressure,
I
man?
don't know, dude. Like, I get bored, bro. So I just end up doing things.
Yeah?
That's like one of my main driving forces, bro. Is boredom, dude. Like boredom
Damn,
can
dude.
be really, really good for me because like I don't like being bored, dude. So
Yeah.
as soon as I get bored, I'll like want to start doing something, and then you
Yeah.
know, the boys are around, like with Carrots, like got like Mohang around, Sisha around, Lavilani, and the rest of the team, and like we just shot for that day, and like I don't know about you, but I had a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but
do you remember how we met?
yeah.
Tell me, how did we meet?
We met on set. We met on Carrots. Like, Lovers was like, yo, man, can I bring some of my guys? I'm like, yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no worries. And then, like, I rock up there and he's like, hey, Sia. He's got his camera in his hand. Hey, yo, Austin, my name's Eddie. I'm like, I know this guy. This guy probably went to, like, Cares or Jeppy. I'm like, immediately. But I was like, but I know the Cares boy, so he's giving me Jeppy vibes. Right? And I was right. And then, like, yeah, we met on set.
And that's the first thing I said to you. We spoke about, I was like, which high school did you went to? And you said you went to Parktown.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, I went to JP. I was like, oh, so we got this rivalry. We had this rivalry instantly, but it's not that.
It's not deep at
It's
all.
not that deep. It's
not
still
deep
all
at all.
high school stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How did you
and-
find Jeppy, though?
No, how did you find Parktown?
Like, look, I think I had probably the best possible experience you could have, in light of everything that has happened at Parktown. Like, just check the news.
Yeah, it's-
I think I had the best possible experience I could possibly have, but I would say there was a certain point. Like, I won't send my kids to a single-sex school if I ever do have kids, because I think it's quite healthy to to interact with the opposite sex like in a formal manner and outside a formal manner. Like, I think it's really, really great, because like one thing I did see, like there's this term that was thrown around just before I got to high school. They're like boys' school goggles. I was like, what the hell are boys' school goggles? And like,
What is
everybody's
that?
like, boys' school goggles. So like, essentially how it was explained to me was that because you're around guys so much, like whenever you see a girl, dude, it's just like boom. It's like, dude. And I thought it was a joke, dude. And then, like, in the first 3 months, I'm like, because like when you get there, it's not like you're just going to class every day. You're in class, and then after school you're doing sport. And then on weekends you're there supporting and whatever
War cries and all that, yeah.
all of that. And then like particularly in like the beginning, in like grade 8 and whatever, you had all of your pre-seasons. Right, so you're there Monday to Sunday, basically every day, and like it's nice to be with the boys, but that's just really like let's get some estrogen involved, balance it out a little bit. And I saw that happen to a lot of guys, like weren't as comfortable communicating with the opposite sex. You know, thank goodness, like my parents are children, they let me go out like every weekend.
On weekends, yeah.
You know, but outside of that, like it was a good time, but also like it was pretty hectic as well. You know, but I think it kind of. I'm glad I did go though. I'm glad I didn't go to an art school because I did want to go to NSA at one point. I was like to my parents, look, come on, let me go to NSA, let me go to
And I know
NSA.
you missed like quite a bit of your first few months at Parktown.
Oh, yeah, I did,
Like,
I did.
because was that in relation to like you had acting gigs and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, no, shooting Book of Negroes at that point. Yeah.
Which is a Hollywood production, is it?
I think it's Canadian.
No, it's Canadian. Canadian, yeah.
Like that was fun. Like I'd basically come in, I'd fly back from Cape Town every Sunday, ride a cycle test Monday,
Yeah.
and then leave Monday evening or afternoon, go back to Cape Town, and kind of was on that cycle for like a couple of months or so. But you know, I think it was, just to get back to my point, I think it was actually good that I didn't go to NSA.
Yeah.
Because I like sports, bro. Like I don't think a lot of people know this, but like love sports, bro.
Yeah, and I know you're a big soccer guy. Big soccer.
It used to be.
Used to be. Well,
Yeah.
back in those times. You know, I remember playing against you.
When?
Oh, I played against you under 14 soccer, 2013.
I didn't play under 14.
Didn't you play?
I went straight to under 15.
No, man. I played against you
Yeah.
at some stage. I remember playing against you. You played, I think, front wing, either left wing or right
Played
wing.
right back.
You played right back.
Yeah, dude, number 2.
Fuck. Who the hell was I playing against then? But anyways, for some reason, speaking of the soccer thing, so when before I met you,
Yeah.
I always thought that like, I just remembered when I saw you on on Gomorrah and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to think, I'm like, no man, this guy went to Saints, and you know why I used to think that you went to Saints? Because you're friends with Tendi and Shungu and them.
Those are my boys.
Those are your boys. So then
We shot carrots at Tendi's house.
Yes.
That's
I
Tendi's
remember. I
house.
remember
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
Tendi and Shungu there actually that day.
Oh, yeah, they were?
They were. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shungu did come around like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But did you play soccer at Crusaders by any chance?
Nah, I played at Old Parks.
You played at Old Parks.
And we played against Crusaders a lot of the time. They were like our rivals.
See, because I played
would
club
work.
soccer for JP Quandam. So
Okay.
I remember playing against you. Maybe it was at Old Parks, not Parktown, at Old Parks.
Yeah.
But I remember there was a stage. We used to play these tournaments in Florida Park. I don't know if you
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yes, that's when I think I remember playing
And
against
you
you.
probably kicked
I
your ass,
was a
right?
keeper. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, you guys, we weren't that good. But every time we played against Crusaders with Shunga and them,
Yeah.
they used to just destroy us. But anyways, that's
Yeah,
regardless.
he's in Liverpool now.
Is he not at Sundowns? What happened
I don't know, like, yo, I actually haven't spoken to Shunga in a while.
Yeah.
So we started to talk about your business.
Yeah.
because we're not going to get deep into
Yeah,
it.
we're not gonna get into it. Yeah,
But
yeah.
all I know is that he is doing either his honors or his masters in Liverpool. But I'm not
Mm.
too sure about the football. We haven't like spoken about that in a while.
Okay.
But shout out to the boy. I'm gonna
Yeah.
come and stay at your place next year, bro. Just for like a couple of days.
Dope, man. Dope. And also, like, how did you while growing up, how did you manage to balance your acting life and school life and personal life? And
Actually, very easily, dude.
how do you
Like, let's say, okay, let me explain it like this. So primary school, right? I've always been a very busy kid. So like, I would finish school, go to like cricket at school after that. And then after that, I would go to football practice, club football practice, and then get home, do homework. And then I think maybe at that time I was doing drama classes like every Friday and doing like poems and Eisteddfods and whatnot. But it, like nothing ever overlapped each other until a certain point. But nothing really overlapped each other in the sense that like when I would get a job, for example, like then I would have a tutor on set with me. Shout out to Nani, that was my old tutor. Really good, like a maths genius, bro. And actually I did better at school when I was on set, funnily enough. Yeah, because I was a lot happier. I got bored and like, dude, I'm bad in
So
school.
you had to like try adapt new learning methods and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I probably slept through like 60% of high school. It's bad.
That's crazy, man.
Bad, yeah. Just
But
because of
I think,
boredom.
yeah, I think we're quite similar. I was also like I mean, you asked how I was JP.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed more the sporting side than the academic side. School was boring for me. But it's just like the extramural side of it was like dope and like war cries and that. And I know Park Town, like you guys are like the best war
Man.
cry.
Dude, like that's what always like the one thing about Parktown that really impressed me was the band. Because like a lot of guys would come there having not played a single instrument before. And like the students teach each other how to play, dude, and like guys end up leaving there being able to read and write music. And it happens so quickly. Like within 6 months, somebody hasn't picked up a and now they're there. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, what? So it was always really, really impressive. And I hope they're still doing it.
Yeah.
I haven't been back.
No, they I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. And I actually want to touch on something.
Yeah.
Because, you know, instead of just asking how you got into acting, that's like a typical question.
Yeah.
I know that there was a drama teacher in your primary school
Yeah.
that saw potential in you because you went to drama class and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And saw potential in you.
Yeah.
Who was the teacher?
Oh, Gail Martell.
Okay,
Mrs.
don't-
Martell.
Yeah.
She's a drama teacher at my primary school, Craigle Primary. Yeah, like I remember it very, very clearly. Like I was in grade 1. And we were going to our first drama class, like the whole grade went, and like we were practicing like this choral verse and whatever. And then Miss Martell was like, "Hey, you, come here." Like out of like the whole grade, it's like, "Hey, you, come here." I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure. You interesting, huh? Okay. You ever think about doing this acting thing?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But I'd already been on TV before that though.
Yeah.
I was on Tabang Tabang, like they came to my preschool. And they were like, "We need somebody to do this." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, dude, like, how's it going? How's it going?" They're like, "Oh, yeah, we like this guy. Come through." And so, yeah, she picked me out and she's like, "Hey, I do like private drama classes at my studio, at my house, like, you know, once a week and things like that." So then I joined on that. Like I was saying, I was doing like a lot of poems, you know, like Ice Stedfords.
Yes.
And everything. And then and then I think like maybe like a year after that, like grade 2, she like, "I think I could send you to an agent." Went to an agent, got it, and then proceeded to audition and hear the word no more than I can actually count, dude. Like,
So you faced a lot of setbacks. Like a
it's
lot.
not even a setback, dude.
Like
I
a lot
think-
of no's, rejection. Yeah, rejection.
Dude, but like it was like the worst type, dude, because I'd always get so close. I'd be on like the short list. It would be me and another guy, and this was like for a whole year, bro. Like, I would say well over 50 auditions that year. Like
50.
it was. I just remember going to auditions like once a week, like all the time. I remember that. Like it was pumping, dude. And I'd always get like so close, bro. And then no. To the point where I was just like, I stopped caring about like, you know, auditions. Like not in the sense that I don't prepare. Like I do my thing, prepare, whatever. But as soon as I walk out the audition, like I forget about it.
But I think it's the best way, right?
Well, for me,
Yeah.
you know, because I realized like, hey man, it's not in my control. Like there's nothing I can do. Like worrying about it is not gonna help. And like for a while, like my mom, she would get quite annoyed with me. I'd come back from an audition, she'd be like, "How was it?" I'd be like, "I don't know." She'd be like, "Can't you tell me anything?" I'm like, "Hey man, I did the thing. We'll see."
Yeah.
You know, she's like, "Do you think you got it?" I'm like, "I don't know. We'll see, dude."
And in terms of like I always tell myself that like I try my best not to get too emotionally attached to like certain films and series like that. And I'm sure for you
Yeah.
as an actor, it's probably like do you have like a method of like trying to not get attached to like a certain character?
No, like I have to, you
Well,
know, for a
yeah.
certain time,
Yeah.
like, you know, during that period. But then after that, like, you know, I just, like, you know, I hear a lot of people have their different methods of getting out and whatnot. But for me, I think it's quite simple. Like, I just do things I like to do as much as possible. Like, I could leave set, like, let's say I rap on a hectic shoot and I'm tired as hell. But on that rap day, I will call my friends and we will go out and we'll have some fun, you know, talk about the things that we like to talk about, probably wake up the next day, go play some basketball, you know what I mean?
You play Evo?
Yeah, it's fun, dude. It's really fun. I wish I started playing it as a kid. Like, I
Yeah.
really, really wish I did because I have so much fun with it. I play that now instead of football. So, yeah, just do as much as I like to do, be in my space.
Mm.
You know, maybe like after Gomorrah, because you know that was such a long period of time, plus COVID on top of that.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe a day or two after rapping, I got on a plane, went to Cape Town for a month,
Yeah.
just to like,
Just to chill out.
yeah, just be like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
Joburg's been hectic, bro. You know, like
Yeah.
that whole year. So I went down to Cape Town, messed around, met some interesting people. You know, like that. That's my favorite thing to do, bro. Like just meet random people, like,
People,
all
yeah,
the time,
and
bro.
connect, yeah.
Dude, that's so interesting. Like I met this one guy in Portugal, dude. His name is Yakamo.
Yakumo.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right because he might see this. And I think he's coming. I think he's coming to Cape Town this year sometime.
Yeah.
But like one random night, I was there by myself. I'd lost my passport.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I had to book a new flight, and I was like there by myself for like 2 days or so.
Yeah.
And I just went out, you know, to this one pub, and I saw this guy sitting by himself. I was like, "Hey, so we're both here alone, huh?" He was like, "Yeah." The guy's doing his PhD in English at Yale, in literature, in English literature. So, so like we spent the whole night together. Like we still chat. I need to download Instagram again so I can reply.
You're
to
not on
his
Instagram?
I delete it regularly.
Why?
I don't know.
Dude, actually tell me, like, do you get like a lot of DMs? Like, how do you handle that stuff? Like, a lot of...
Like, dude, I won't even lie to you, bro. Like, I check all of my DMs.
You check all your DMs?
Every single one of them.
You heard that.
Yeah.
Sia Kaba says he checks all his DMs.
I don't reply. I only
So hit him up.
Yeah.
He'll read. He'll
Yeah,
read it.
yeah. Like, I do. I actually really do. Like, I kind of got into a thing of it because, like, when the social media following started growing, I realized I was like, "Ooh, dude, there could be people trying to get a hold of you that is worth getting hold of, you know, and worth speaking to." Like,
True.
and to cut a long story short, that was one of the ways I ended up getting casted in a Disney Plus show from a DM. Yeah, like I just see this DM from this production company, casting production company in India, and I read it. I'm like, okay, interesting. Hop on the internet, you know, do some
Research,
research, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
like who are these guys? Who are
Yeah.
these people? Yeah, have you guys heard of these guys? Okay, you know, check all of that, and then I get an email.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, I'm like, okay, they probably like look me up on IMDb Pro. And I read through it. I was like, cool. I'd wrapped up my year that year, actually. It was funny.
Yeah, so you're doing
I
everything,
was
yeah.
like, I'm cool.
Is this show out?
No.
That's
I
not
think it
out
might be
yet.
coming out next year.
Okay, cool. You're not allowed to mention the name.
I can, actually. It's on my Instagram.
Oh, so what's the name of it?
I know they changed the name. They changed
they
the
changed the name.
They changed the name. It
Oh,
was
okay.
it was initially named Pirates, but let me quickly, sorry. I hope I can pronounce it.
So you flew all the way to India?
No, we did it in Cape Town.
Oh, in Cape Town.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna butcher this pronunciation. Please forgive me in India. Lutere.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
double.
check it out. Disney Plus next year?
Disney Plus Hotstar.
Disney Plus Hotstar. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Hotstar is like one of the big channels that's
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I know they do all the cricket and all something.
Yeah, all of
I
that,
do
all
know
of that, all of that. And then I was like, hey man, I've never worked with like a.
Damn, dude! Congratulations, international. I mean, it's not your first international.
No.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh wow, dude, I've never worked on an a production company from India. Story sounded interesting. And we were like, cool. Let me go be in Cape Town too towards the end of the year. No
Yeah.
problem. And so that's how I got a job all the way from Instagram.
Damn. Dude.
And bro,
Check your DMs, guys. Eh?
check your DMs, dude.
Opportunity.
you never know, dude. You
Yeah.
never know. And then but that was interesting, bro.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Tell me more about it. Like, what's so interesting? Like,
Dude, I met some of the most interesting people on that production because Malibongwe, you know Malibongwe,
Yeah.
he was on it as
Yo,
well.
it's dope. So you had like a Justice Served combo there.
Dude, and like I was doing Justice Served at the same time. It was literally like I sent in the audition tape for that show, and like they got back to me like within a day or two,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then like a couple of hours later, Justice Served came back and confirmed as well. And I was
Damn.
like, okay, where chatted. They were like, yeah, no, it's fine. Scheduling wise, it works. But like I met some of the most interesting people. So like everybody there, like majority, like 98% of the people that were part of that production were from India.
Oh, yeah. So it's like Indian.
Yeah,
majority,
yeah, which was absolutely amazing, dude. Because I got to kind of experience a little bit of India without going to India. I met some amazing actors. Vivek Gomber, bro.
Never heard of him. Is it her? Him? Her?
Him.
Yeah.
Bro, that is one of my favorite human beings I've met, dude. And Gaurav, also like the coolest guys, but so interesting, bro. Like, and we spent so much time together, like, cause we're all staying in the same hotel. We hung out quite a lot, and we got to know each other, and like, also, cause they were away from their families for so long. We even had
How long did you shoot for?
for about 6 months.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
So you were flying in and out of Joburg for like.
Yeah, I was flying up and down for Justice Served and whatnot, and then I finished Justice Served, and then I think I did like a 3-4 months like proper stint in Cape Town and chilled there for a bit. But nah, dude, the most interesting people I've met, bro. Dude, it was even really like the amount of time I spent with them. There was a point where I could start picking up what they were saying.
Damn. So what do they speak in?
They speak Hindi.
Hindi?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was a majority Hindi
Yeah.
crew. There was a certain point where there'd be like somebody would say something, and then I'd laugh. I'd be like, ha ha ha. They'd be like, "Yeah, Baba, did you get it?"
Yeah.
But like, nah, that was a lot of fun, bro. And like those are people that I would love to meet again later in life. We talk from time to time still. It was an amazing experience. Yeah, hectic, but
Yeah.
amazing.
Wow. Okay, we'll definitely be checking it out next year.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Big year for you. Hey, you've done a lot, eh? Hey, you
Bro, I'm
keep
old
doing the
next year,
most,
bro.
man.
I'm old next year, dude.
You're very young, man.
Dude,
You're
I'm
very
24
young.
next year, dude.
Dude, we young, dude.
Are we?
We young. Okay, well, not in. We're young in the context of that, like, our industry is dominated by, like, people that are, like, 40 plus. Like 30 plus, 40 plus. So, like, we are the kids, if you think about it.
Essentially.
Because, I mean, think about, like all the, even for castings for movies and series and stuff like that, like, the people that play high school children are, like, people our age, like us, the 18 to 25-year-olds, Speaking of that, Gomorrah?
Yeah.
You and Gomorrah?
Yeah.
How's that experience?
Dope as fuck. I'm
Yeah?
not allowed to swear. I'm not allowed to swear.
You're allowed to swear.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like that was also like my first time working with people close to my age.
Yes.
For a long period of time, which was awesome. Like we still chat. The boys, the girls. Actually, I think I was with the girls last week. It was an interesting one too, because I remember when I got the confirmation, I called Limahang.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, bro. So this is kind of the situation. What am I getting myself into? Because I'd never done a telenovela at that point.
Was that your first?
That was my first
But Soul
telenovela.
Buddies, what is that?
That was a limited series.
A
I think
limited
that was
series,
like 10
yeah.
episodes or something.
Yeah.
I think I still have the scripts. Soul Buddies.
Soul Buddies, really? That was like long, like over 12, 13 years ago.
Oh yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But Soul Buddies are dope. So yeah, I called him and I was like, yo, dude, this is kind of the situation. What am I getting myself into? Like, yo, what can I expect? I've never done it before. Homeboy kind of broke it down to me, and I was like, okay, cool. And like one of the main reasons that I did end up taking it was I never had to act for that long.
I get what you're
there's
saying
almost- for like a
long
year.
scenes,
Yeah,
yes.
dude, like a marathon.
Yeah,
in terms-
and shooting during COVID.
That was also crazy. But thank goodness we could go back to work, bro, or else I think I might have gone crazy at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just being. Oh, you were the Yeah, that's special. What's that? The pass? What is it? A pass? What is?
Yeah, working
Yeah,
permit.
working permit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
You know, so like it was.
And yeah, so you were saying that shooting during COVID,
Yeah.
you would have went crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. Because like I was at home. I was like making a little short film by myself actually, at home, and I wanted it to be at night, so I'd have to wait until the sunset, and I used like all the lamps, like the side lamps, whatever. Like I took the head off, right, and then so I take the head off like that, and then I put it on the light bulb like that. It's kind of like direct the light. Put a bit of tin foil on so we don't have the light back bouncing back. And then I'll take all of I had like a lot of wax paper, and I put that on my glasses to kind of diffuse the light. Right.
Creative. That is so creative. Wow,
Right.
that is so creative.
So I'd do that to diffuse the light, and
Yeah.
then I'd have to like makeshift like a little tripod thing. I took like a little tin foil thingy-bob. You know those things that come in, like your food comes in them, like those tin foil-y, like metal-y.
I've got an idea of kind of what it is.
What's
yeah,
the
yeah.
word that I'm looking for, bro?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
I just don't know what the word is, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like
so
that,
I kind of like manipulate that, cut a little hole out for my phone camera. I was shooting it on my phone. Cut a little hole out for my phone camera and like kind of manipulated it into a stand. Then like put books up and then put it there and then go do the thing and then come back and then watch it. But that, dude, that was hard, bro.
What was hard about it?
Bro, like first of all, I'm by myself, right?
Oh yeah. One man
Right.
production.
Yeah, dude. And like whenever I need to check the light, I need to go back inside and I need to go back outside, do the adjustments. And there's like 5-6 lamps like outside my house, like shining this light in. And if I want to go and shoot on the other side of the house, I need to move everything with me. It was like
All alone, one man.
one man, dude.
Sure.
You know, from about I'd start shooting at about 10 once
Yeah.
my mom fell asleep, and then go until like maybe like 3-4 a.m. And then like there were certain points like, dude, it was too quiet, bro. It's like 2:30 in the morning, dude, and it's just like I'm the only one awake right now. Like if somebody were to walk past my house, they just see me going crazy, and I was like, the doors are all open, like I'm distracted. It could have gone south, but it didn't.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. How did we get here again? Was I
Fine,
trying to make a
we'll
point?
divert back. No, we just talking about Gomorrah, and you said it's during COVID and that.
yeah.
But yeah, man, like I think when you got into Gomorrah, oh dude, like you guys like took South Africa by storm, dude. Like you guys were like I don't know if it's still kind of the biggest telenovela, but like at that time it was the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think
and
it was like by far.
yeah, dude, like you
not
guys,
sure. Don't quote me.
You guys are doing the most, man. And but like talk me through like the whole audition process to like actually shooting on set, like from how it all started.
Like actually, like it was a bit of a funny story. So I was they were holding the auditions at BOM, right?
Yeah.
Some precursor. I was next door at a company shooting their corporate videos, right? And then I'm walking past BOM like on my way home, and Kutlano, he's at the window there. He's like, "Hey, Sia, how's it? Come here."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, dude." You know, I go in, and as I'm walking up, I get a message from one of the people at Sariti saying, "Hey, we're hosting auditions." But like at that time, I think they had the name of the show was Kichima.
Oh yeah, they obviously hit the title. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They hit the?
No, I'm saying it was a working title.
Oh yeah, it was
yeah.
a working title, yeah. And I see like as I'm walking up to go speak to Kutlano, and I'm like, "Oh, there's an audition, blah, blah, blah. Are you available?" I'm like, yeah, sure. Sit down with Kutlano. He's like, "Yeah, dude. So like we're doing this thing. Have they told you about it?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I literally heard about it just now." You know, he kind of told me about what they were doing because I'd worked with Kutlano before on Back of the Moon, and I'd worked with Tabang before on Endgame.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are the. Wait, before that, did I work with Tabang? Yes. No, we didn't work together, but he was directing on Professionals, but we were on separate blocks. Right. And yeah, so we had like a bit of a chat about it and everything. He was like, yeah, no, come back, you know, do the thing. I'm like, oh, yeah. I think we did completely improv. I don't think there was a script. I don't think there was a script.
And then you found out that you got the role.
Yeah, I pretty knew like.
You knew?
Yeah, dude.
You're
no,
confident.
Like, no. Like, dude, like sometimes you know,
know.
and sometimes like you know. Because like, I remember I met Stelo there.
Yeah.
Stelo was there. I went to the callback. Stelo was there.
Damn, he's funny. He's fucking funny. Dude.
Lazy but lazy. That's us. Amo was there.
Yeah.
And I remember there was another actor there as well. And then I think KG was there as well. But yeah, like, but you know, me and Amma went in and like we did, and they were like, yeah, this is kind of like the scenario, this is what's happening. Do your thing. All right. We did it and whatnot. And then like, me and Amma, like, we walked out and kind of like looked at each other and we were like, oh.
That's when you know, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I left, actually. I went on holiday, went to Portugal for a bit. It was amazing. Yeah, I recommend it to anybody. It's dope. And it's cheap.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cheaper than most other places
Oh,
to
yeah.
go to?
It's like, I think it's like the cheapest place for tourism in the Western Europe. It's dope. And it's rich in culture. Food is amazing. Music's amazing. All of that. And then, yeah. But, you know, people ask me, like, did you know, like, Gomorrah was going to be a success? My answer is, like, 100%.
It was that good from when you started shooting.
Nah,
you were
not
like,
even then, dude. Like,
From
I
when?
walked into the we had a read through.
oh yeah,
And
yeah,
I walked into the room and I'm like, Zolisa.
yeah.
Yo, good danke. Okay, it's me say it. I'm going. I'm like,
Dude, how was that experience of like being with such accomplished actors and like working?
funny thing is, like, I only realized like halfway through shooting Gomorrah, I was like, hey, this is T. We work together on Soul Buddies. She was
Oh
on Soul
yeah,
Buddies.
yeah.
Yeah, no, like it was really cool, dude. Like, you know, I had to do the thing. Like, you know, like eventually when we got comfortable and everything was okay, like one time, you know, someone was like, hey man, can you just call KG? I'm like, yeah, sure. I did it, you know. No, I had to do the thing. Also, like with Zolis, he's like, Senzo, Jason. Oh yeah, dude, like, so those things I had to do those things, but it was really amazing. Like, dude, those guys are really fucking awesome, bro. Like just outside of the work, like just to even be like, hey, dude, like, how's your day going, bro? Like, or just like, I'm not too grand right now. Be like, oh no, bro, relax, whatever, you know. Great mentors as well, you know, just how to handle things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like how to do a particular scene. Like, you know, we're always learning and stealing from them. But, you know, just because you're around each other so long, like, you really become like a family, bro.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time together. And, you know, just being like, you know, aunts and uncles. And, you know, so without feeling like, you know, you're being sunned or anything of that nature. It was like a really awesome relationship. Like, we still chat from time to time. Actually, I need to go get coffee with KG at some point. I miss that lady, bro.
Yeah.
I wish everybody knew how dope Katlaho
But like, dude, like, you know how many people out there that would just like die just to meet them.
Yeah.
Like when I attend premieres and stuff, and like, you know, we interview so many people, whatever. You know, we're like, oh my god, like you're chilling with Sia Kava, oh my god. And then like that's what it actually, like, you start thinking to yourself like, damn, like you're actually privileged, you're in a privileged position, you know. I mean, you worked hard, of course, but like just to be in the same room, and you know, Lovers always says like being connecting with all these energies. It's like it's something so powerful, and many people like would die for this opportunity, like even just to be here and talking to you, you know. So yeah, but like I when I saw Gomorrah come out, I was like, wow, that first episode 1 and 2 where the hijack, and I was like, yo, are we in for something like? And how was that? I actually want to ask you about shooting that specific episode, because I feel like Emotionally, it was like an intense scene, man. How's shooting that scene for you?
I'm trying to remember.
Where you and Amma, like,
Yeah.
your dad died, and yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think back.
Oh, it was a long time
Oh, yeah,
ago.
yeah, no. Yeah, actually, no, it's back. It was really dope. Like, dude, one of the thing I remember, Tabang was directing at that point. One thing that Tabang is really good at is creating an environment, like a great working environment. Like, you know, it's always positive and whatnot. But when we need to be serious, we're serious. You could hear a pin drop throughout that whole night. It was quiet, bro. Damn, it was quiet.
Was it like?
Oh, dude, it was quiet, cousin.
Yeah.
But it was cool, dude. Like, you know, like being there with Amma, you know, having the right direction from Tabang, you know, Lavilani behind the camera. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, I think there are more cinematographers than directors I want to work with as an actor, funnily enough.
Really? Why is that so?
I have no clue, bro. I have no clue. Like, I always tend to like
Vision.
develop have a great relationship with the director, but with the cinematographer, I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
Maybe it's a hidden talent of you.
Who
Maybe you
knows?
are Sini.
Who knows, bro? Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna shoot like my own shit at one point, like, because I love it. It's fun. But like, you know, having a guy like Lovers behind the camera, like, he's got a very big energy, that guy, bro. Like, you can feel Lovers behind the camera, like, you
Yeah.
know, hey, patron,
Yeah, patron, everything. Hey, patron.
Then he holds the camera, dude, and then he holds the camera and he's
You
like,
need to meet Lovers, dude. He's
you
such
need to
a.
meet
You need to meet
bro.
Lovers.
You
Lovers
need
such
to
a
meet- and then,
dope
you know, he
guy.
holds that camera and he's like, yeah, the champion. Yeah.
Yeah, the champion. champion man. He's a champion man. Yeah.
So like the environment was great, and you know, when the environments are set and everything, things tend to work out. You know, and you know, in those moments, like, you know, a lot of people ask me like, how what do you do to prepare for those moments? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like sometimes we over-explain things. Sometimes you just gotta like just do it.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Just do it. Flop. You know, make a mess of it, and then do another take. And then another take, and then another take. Which we had a bit of that luxury in the beginning, you know, in terms of time and shooting, because we're starting out. But at a certain point, dude, there's no time. You know, there's no time for. That's the nature of like telenovelas, bro. You are working
Like constantly. Like
constantly, bro.
what
like,
are the hours like? Like you
it's like
working-
12 hours a day, bro. 12 hours a day.
So you
shoot.
get on set at what time?
Okay, let's say I get.
Let's just say we'll go more.
Yeah, let's say I get picked up at 5:30. Get to set at about 6. And then we're like, we start our day like 6:30 or so.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Memory's not great, but and then yeah, from about 6:30 till 6:30
Damn.
we're shooting, and then get home at like 7.
And then the next day, you shooting 6 days a week, huh?
Yeah, we were shooting 6 days a week, and then we got to like 5 days a week, and like with Gomorrah, because the cast was so small. Like I learned this like later, you know, speaking to other actors on other shows. Our cast was so small that everybody was basically working every day. Like you'd hear that, like, you know, on another set, like an actor's got a week off, 2 weeks off. We're like, what? How did you do that? It's like, nah, dude, because the story's so big and the cast is so big, you know, it's just not their arc or whatever it was. And that's the first time I learned about emotional fatigue, bro.
Damn.
Dude, I remember Zolisa telling us, he was like, hey, yo, guys, like, see what you guys are doing, giving it your 100% and everything, dope, but it is a marathon and not a sprint. You need to learn how to turn it on and off at certain points. And we're like, we good, bro. Ah, boy, and that wall came, dude, and it rocked.
3 minutes ago.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know how to describe it properly. You hit a wall where sleep can't solve the problem.
Damn.
Like, you know, you can sleep all you want, but like the emotional fatigue is crazy, bro. Like, I didn't even know it existed on that level. And so I found the way to get out of that, again, is just to do things I like to do. You know, Because basically, if you think about it, you're waking up 5:30, you go to work, you're getting back at like 7, and then you need to prepare for the next day still. So you're doing all of that. You're doing that 5-6 days a week, every day, every week. At a certain point, like it takes a toll. Like that's why I've always respected crew, because sometimes actors don't go onto set.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
crew's there every day.
Every day,
Every
bro.
day, yeah.
Like, every day. And then sometimes, when we complain, I'm like, hey, bro, but these guys are here every day. You know? But yeah, no, the emotional fatigue, dude, that rocked my world, bro. That rocked my world. It's like, I don't even... like, have you ever, like, when you go through something in life, right? And you just feel heavy. Like, everywhere you go, like, you can sleep almost
Like you
anywhere.
have a world on your shoulder.
Yeah,
Everything is just like,
yeah, it's like that.
Damn.
It's like that. But it was interesting. But then from there you learn how to do certain things, bro. You learn when to extend yourself, particularly like in a telenovela, dude, because you're shooting every single day, bro. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely helped stretch that long distance muscle, because when you're doing it every day, now you can just like start messing around with certain things and try things here and try things there. Because you're coming in tomorrow still and the next day, so you might as well just keep on trying things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they
Sometimes
don't.
doesn't.
And then you just get that. See ya. We need to go live right now. Okay.
But did you have a good time at Gomorrah? Like,
Oh, yeah,
was
dude.
it the best? Was it the best?
I like every single show that I do for different reasons. But it was a really good time, bro. Like, there's no complaints about it, not at all, not one. Also, like, just working with everybody there, like Lavilani, dude. Like, I remember.
Oh, for those that don't know, Lavilani or Lavas is he was the DOP at Gomorrah.
Yeah.
And he's also the DOP of Rage and Pride of a Lioness. And then he's also currently doing
Black Door.
Black Door on ETV, yes. Correct, yeah.
Like, even Lovers, like the first day, I remember very clearly. First day on set, I was like looking at this guy, doing his thing, and he was having like a little bit of an altercation. Well, not an altercation, a healthy debate with someone about how to do a particular thing. And I was like, And the way he had solved the problem, I was like, I've never thought of it and never seen anybody do it like that. I was like, this guy is interesting, dude. And I went to him first day. I was like, bro, one day we're gonna shoot something. I'm telling you.
And guess what?
And then he comes to me like a week. And then he comes to me like a week later, and like Lovers, he believes in dreams like really strongly, rightfully so. He comes to me, he's like, brother man.
Yeah, brother man.
I'm the champion.
Champion.
Like I had a dream, bruh, that we were shooting and everything, and then we ended up doing it, twice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We'll touch on that a bit later.
Yeah.
Just one more question about the Gomorrah. Like,
Sure.
why did you end up leaving? What happened?
Oh, it's just
there?
how the storyline went, bro. Yeah.
Really?
I even remember, very clearly, I knew that I was getting killed.
You knew it was coming.
No, I'll tell you what.
Why?
I remember I was chilling. It was probably like a Tuesday. I was chilling in the green room. One of our producers comes over and they're like, hey, man, you free Thursday? Lulu and Kutlana want to speak to you. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I was just walking away. I'm like, hey, what do they want to speak about? She's like, I'm not sure, actually. But is it okay? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I sit down and I'm like, what do they want to speak to me about? We've kind of, we've spoken about the arcs for this season. We wrapped that up. I'm never late for work. Like, I could say that quite confidently. Like, I'm never late for work. And if I am, I'll call like an hour ahead, be like, yo, this is the situation. I'm like, I'm pretty well behaved. I would like to think. Not much of a problem. I'm like, yep, I'm getting killed. And that's the only reason why they want to speak to me, because they had no other reason to speak. Like, there was no other reason why they'd want to speak to me. And if they wanted to just like have a chat, they could have called me and be like, hey.
So it had nothing to do with carrots.
Oh no. Had I shot carrots by then? I had. Yes, I had.
So it had nothing to do with carrots.
No.
Because I heard another story.
From whom?
A lot of people talk, man. Out there.
Indeed, yeah, people talk.
No, a lot of people talk, but I just heard another story that it kind of had to do with carrots. But I won't get into it though. But yeah, I just heard another story that had to do with carrots, and just
I'm
like,
actually kind of interested.
huh?
What was the story? I'm interested.
No, man, it was just that like there was one of the actors on Carrots
Yeah.
that was supposed to fulfill another commitment.
Okay.
And then we were shooting that day.
Yeah.
And then it was like certain people were not happy with it. And they were like, because if you look at the people that Gomorrah let go in season 1, I mean, Love Us was also let go. Yourself, you were let go. And those are, I'm not saying that it's got any connection to Carrots, but those were like the core people of Carrots.
Oh, actually, I never thought about that. But no,
So that's why I mean, like, you know, a lot of people were asking me, like, why did Sia leave Gomorrah? I don't know, guys, ask him.
No, because like also like one of the things with the exit was when I was having that chat with the producers, they were just like, hey, like, you know, as I sit down into the thing, Katron was just like, hey, this is what's happening. The guy's dying. Oh yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. You know, instead of just prolonging it. But they needed to set up everybody's season 2's arc, right? And they needed to kill a character off, but they needed to kill a character off that affected every single person in the story. And Langa was the only character that was in the Mulifa house, in the Dlamini house. Part
Yes,
of
you're
Shirley's
connected to
house.
all
I was
of
connected to
everyone,
everybody,
yeah.
So that was one of the reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like, dude, yeah, we still talk all the time. I don't think that.
No, there's no beef. Just to clear
No,
out,
dude, I love those
there's
guys.
no
dude, like,
beef. Okay,
I
cool.
generally have a lot.
But you
of
guys
love
are
for
like
those guys.
family, man. I see like you chill a lot with what's his name, Sishi and
Yeah.
CK,
Yeah,
Mazet and them. Yeah.
No, like everybody, like, you know, all the way from the executive producers all the way down to unit. Love those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Like me, love us.
Yeah, I always try to like look at
Yeah,
it from
but nah,
you know,
dude.
but yeah, okay, cool.
Nah,
And Carrots, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for those that haven't watched it, just give them just a short, quick like summary of what it's about.
Bro, I made that thing 2 years ago, bro.
Did we? 2020, actually.
2020, bro.
Actually.
like around this time.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
anyway,
it was, yeah.
But
yeah.
Carrots is about Tony, who is preparing for a picnic, and during that preparation of a picnic, he needs to make a life-altering choice, essentially. But it's a 5-minute piece. It's really short,
On Showmax?
on Showmax.
Yeah.
On Showmax. But yeah, we made that in 2020.
How did you come about with that? Like that concept?
Dude, I won't even lie.
I've never asked you this actually.
I won't even lie to you, dude. I wrote that thing in 15 minutes, bro.
You lie.
I was chilling in bed. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I was watching Chungking Express. You know Chungking Express, One Car Why?
No,
Check
don't
it
know.
out. Great movie. Sorry, guys.
It's okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I was watching that, and I was like at a particular place in my life, in that sense, you know, emotionally, whatever. And then, yeah, no, like the idea came, and I just started writing, and then within like 15 minutes or so, it was done. I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I wrote a script. That was my first script I ever wrote as well. Don't tell anyone.
But it's a brilliant script, man.
Shot.
Yeah.
I gave it to a friend to read it, and she was like, dude, you gotta make it. I'm like, oh yeah? Oh really? Okay, cool. Also gave it to another director to just have a look over it and just give me some thoughts. Hey man, kind of cool.
Is it Nazipo?
Yeah. Tried to cast her actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who is she gonna be?
Oh, she was gonna play Faye.
Oh, yeah.
I also asked Richard to play Tony.
Yeah.
They said no.
But I think in the end, Mazet and Lemo killed it.
It was actually, like, I told Nosy this, I was like, dude, thank you so much for saying no. It's like, that was my first time hearing no on that side of the camera. And then after that, I was like, it's fine. You
Yeah.
know? And I proceeded to call a lot of people after that during the cast. And then, but anyway, before I proceeded to call everyone, they had said no, and I was like, okay, damn it. I kind of like left it for a little bit, and then Limachan calls me,
Oh yeah.
like just out of the blue. He's like, hey, bro, how you doing, bro? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting my cousin. How you doing? Just to catch up, and he's like, hey man, so like, how's the things going? Like, you know, how's the writing, directing, whatever going? I'm like, I know it's cool. I actually like kind of like wrote the script actually. He's like, yeah, tell me about it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I told him about it over the phone, and he's like, yo, I'm in Joburg for 2 weeks.
Oh, he lives in Durban, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
up and down. I'm
Yeah.
like, he's like, yo, I'm in Joburg for 2 weeks.
Let's shoot this thing.
He's like, I'm down to do it. Give me a day. I'll tell you if I'm free. I will find a day. Let's do it. I was like, oh, wow. Because that was, for me, the hardest. Out of the two characters, that was the hardest to cast. Tony.
Why? Why?
I don't even remember. Because, yeah, like, I think there is a bit of me within Tony. And there were certain things. It wasn't a skill thing that I was concerned about. It was also just a communication thing with an actor. Because I hadn't also directed an actor. Like, even being an actor myself, like, I hadn't told an actor, like, hey, yo, do like this, walk like this, walk like this. The essence, the nuance, subtext. all of that.
You were strong from the acting perspective.
I
not-
guess.
Yeah.
Which did help.
Yeah.
So it was like just getting somebody that was very easy to communicate with, that I know quite well, that I know how to steer in a particular way, you know, just by hanging out. So yeah, and then he was like, yeah, cool, like sick, and then I proceeded to like pull it together within like a couple of weeks. So like, yo, love us, like, of course, black man.
Hey man, and I love your guys' combo, like director, DOP
Love
with,
that
with
guy.
Love Us. That relationship is amazing. Yeah.
And then called my boy Tandy. I was like, yo, dude, can I shoot at your house? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, what day? I was like, oh, this day. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have this many people here. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. Took the dogs out.
Dope house, eh? Oof.
It's a very nice house.
Dope.
Very nice house. Kind of grew up there.
Oh yeah, you guys are mates. So,
Dude, we've been friends for a long time.
and they're Australian, eh? Something like that.
Yeah. So like, yeah, and yeah, love those guys.
Yeah.
And then we ended up shooting it, dude. Like it was dope, dude. We were there for that day, shot. Felt the same excitement.
And how did you get on Showmax, man? Because I remember when you told me like, oh yeah, it's on Showmax. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was actually like
Yeah.
shocked, dude. I was like, what?
Yeah, because like I was in Cape Town, right, and then I was in Cape Town, and I called SpaceX. I'm like, yo, I'm loading it up to YouTube. And she's like, oh, you know, called the boys. I'm like, I'm doing it. They're like, oh, loaded it up to YouTube. It did really like I don't know, like in terms of, like I think it hit like 14,000 in like a day or
The
something.
behind the scenes that I shot on my phone.
Yeah.
We're like 20k now.
Really? Hectic.
It was on like 20k views.
Yeah.
So it really did do well, and I'm sure it's doing well on Showmax. I don't know the stats, but
And then I come back to Joburg to shoot the funeral scene for Langa, right? And one of the people from MultiChoice, they're like, "Hey, kind of heard you had a thing." I'm like, "Yeah, I do have a thing." They're like, "Hey, would you
damn,
consider?"
man. Congrats. That's like, oh man.
Would you consider? I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then kind of went back and forth on the emails, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll put it on the platform."
No man, congrats. That's like,
Yeah.
like it's such an amazing achievement.
Oh, wow.
I mean, even at your age to have your own stuff like that's on Showmax. That like, yo, that's mine. I mean, that's incredible. Oh yes, that's incredible, man. And but wait, Amma wasn't supposed to be on the voiceover, right? Because when us read the script, it was someone else.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, I'm like, yeah, Amma's this is Amma's voice.
because like the voiceover, I wanted this other girl to do it, but she was busy. I just really liked her voice. Like she had a very distinct type of voice, and then I still hadn't done it. And we had like, probably got to our like final assembly of the film, and I'm like, that's that shit. You know, and I'm like, hey, Alma,
Yeah.
do you wanna?
And the funny thing about that scene is that I don't know if you remember, dude, but when you were shooting that scene, remember the smoke machine had gone out.
Yeah.
And then we sent Tindy and his brother to go collect it. I think at Media
Magic light box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think they were in the driveway and we were shooting that scene.
Yeah.
So Lemon picks up the phone and then what he says is that I'm outside. So I'm okay, I'm coming now.
Yeah.
And then Tindy's brother responded and it looked legit like, oh my god, like this whole thing is happening. And we just all crackled and laughed. And then you were like, hey guys, you're not supposed to say anything on the house intercom. It's just hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
That is so funny. But yeah, do check out the behind the scenes. I'll just link it up somewhere, and then also check out Carrot on Showmax.
Yeah.
But you told me something interesting, man. About I think who edited it? Is it editor grading? You said some like one of the Netflix guys, like
Craig Simonetti.
yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
which shows has he done? That I think I know.
He did Knuckle City.
Oh. That grade was good, man.
Yeah. That was very tasty. Still haven't met him.
Oh, you did it over.
Yeah, and he also he graded a pilot that we shot, which is dope as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him someday. It'd be dope. Yeah.
Oh, that grade on Carrots. I remember you showed me with the phone. Like, yeah, this is how it's gonna look. And I was like, damn. Like, wow, dude, like. And I also like you know, at the plot twist at the end, how it goes from that warm into the cold. I was like, oh. I'm like, this is making 101 right here.
Yeah, that was fun.
But anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
You're a two-time Netflix actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were on The Crown.
The Crown first.
And then more the one that most of us know you on, and that's recently Justice Served.
Yeah.
How's that, dude?
fun.
How does it feel, man, when you go to bed at night and like, yeah, I'm a Netflix series star?
I go to bed and I'm like, yes, that's what I need to do tomorrow.
Okay. But how's that like? I mean, did you know when you auditioned that it's going to be on Netflix?
Yeah, I did. I think I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, and how's that audition and that whole?
It was cool.
Yeah.
I went in, did my thing, walked out, forgot about it, got an email. Oh yeah.
You got it. Yeah, dude. I really liked how you guys. I mean, there's you, Punch, and Dinero,
Yeah.
and it just that trio. I was just like, oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. And all, even the Justice Served story. I think it's a really powerful story. Like letting the people vote. Yeah, dude. Like that is it's incredible.
I think
Man.
it was when I was reading it was a really cool thing because like it allows the audience to feel like they have a stake in what happens. It's like, it's like, what would I do?
Yeah.
How would I vote? And it kind of starts that chain reaction in people's brains. And like when I was reading the script, my mind would change like after every episode. I'd be like, yeah, now, fuck this guy. Well, damn, actually. So it was interesting. And like they use perspective quite well, which is a dope.
And where did you guys shoot it?
Krugersdorp and Joburg.
Krugersdorp and Joburg, yeah.
Yeah, Joburg like CBD. That's where we shot most of our stuff. I think that's where everything was shot. I think so. But sometimes when you're an actor, bro, you exist in this little bubble. We existed in our little bubble. We weren't on set with Shomla and everything like Punch was. So I'm not too sure where else they shot besides Krugersdorp and CBD. But
Is there going to be a season 2? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'll ask Ty.
Yeah.
We're interviewing Ty soon, so
Oh, we.
I'm going to ask him if there's going to be a season 2 of Justice Served.
Yeah.
I actually remember. Hey, dude, what was your reaction when we did the press junkets with Justice Served? And then you saw that like Eddie's here.
Yeah, hey. First I was reading through the list of the people, and then sorry, dude. Please remind me the name of the person.
SA Film Chronicles.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm like, SA Film Chronicles.
Like, sounds familiar.
What's this? And then I went and I googled it. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, it's the boy. Yeah, no, like that was cool. I needed to get myself quite psyched up for that one. I was bumping a lot of rap music in the hotel room before coming down.
I remember when I walked into the room, like you guys are just like the energy. You guys are like the best, like energy, like, and I was like, hey, and it was just so cool, man. Someone asked me the other day, what is it like interviewing your mates? Like, you know, you have to stay so professional. And I was like, hey, it's not easy, bro, because I mean that when we were doing those interviews, you guys were like so joyful that I could have easily like just got carried away and just laughed and we could have messed around. But I was like, nah, guys, like, you know, work is work. Like, you just gotta get these things done, get the info out, whatever that the people would like to hear, and then you know we can joke around afterwards. But yeah, you guys are really dope, and also the premieres also like that is really cool.
that was
But I think Netflix is doing the most, eh?
They're doing a lot, bro. They're doing a lot, and it's great. They must keep doing more. Yeah, no, like it's been really interesting. You know, Netflix moving in. Disney Plus is here too.
Prime Video.
Prime Video too. Yeah. I quite like Amazon.
Yeah.
I like it. I actually like all of them, dude. I
And
need to get a Mubi account though.
you don't have one.
I don't have a Mubi account.
Yeah.
Do you have a Mubi account?
Like what do you mean, like a streamer?
No, Mubi, like MUBI. It's a
No, I
streaming
don't. Should I?
platform. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out. I've never heard of it actually. Movie. See, these are like the movie stars, guys. You're hanging around with like some serious movie stars that know. Yeah, but actually, I wanted to ask you, what's your take in terms of like the South African film industry? Because I think, like, I'm all about like always promoting local stuff, like, you know, pushing local stuff and that. Like, what's your viewpoint on that?
I think we're in a good place in the sense that, you know, South Africa it's a very interesting country, bro. Like, I look at South Africa, it's probably the most interesting place on earth, if you're asking me. Like, just outside of the film industry, like the things that you can do in South Africa, you can't do anywhere else in the world. So, for example, like somebody was asking me, like, hey man, like why is like most of Camps Bay and whatever owned by foreigners? I was like, dude, imagine you're a foreigner, right? You come from Germany or wherever, right? And you have a little 2-3 bedroom house with a little garden, right? And that costs you about €1 million, right? Like, what's that? Like 18 million rand or so, right? And then you come to South Africa, and you're like, you know, you're there in Camps Bay or whatever, wherever you are, Eastern Cape, like KZN, and you're looking around at these things, and you're like, what'd you say? Like 35 million rand for this? Like with the view, with the mountain? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you joking? Like, nah, dude, that's how much it costs. Like, you can't buy those type of things like anywhere else in the world. And like to come back to your question, I think it's also like that with the South African film industry. It's weird, but in a good way, in the sense that like we aren't the best film industry in the world, but we can cater to the best film industries in the world. You know, we're still growing, yet technically, bro, yes, we're good. We're really good. We got some of the best crews in the world, some of the best cinematographers in the world. Like, you know, when a lot of international shows come and shoot here, they'll bring like their lead actors, maybe a couple of HODs, maybe a couple of their producers, their director, maybe a cinematographer, maybe, and then we do the rest. So I think we're quite primed to become something a lot bigger, but also at the same time, we need to keep ourselves in check. You know, we're doing well on all fronts, and it's great. Our music is popping, our art is dope, but just to keep on pushing, because we can't get complacent. If we're like, nah, dude, we're the best right now, we're gonna keep doing this, man, it's not gonna last that long. You know what I mean? You need to keep pushing. Like, we need to look at where we are now as when we look back in like 5 years, this must be one of the worst points. Like, we must look back at what we did.
So the only way is to go forward.
You know, when we're looking back, we're just like, wow, we made that? okay, that's cool, but like we're doing so much doper shit right now.
Yeah.
So you know, I think it's always good to just keep pushing as much as possible. Like, dude, there's so many dope guys out there. You know, like one of my friends actually, Sihle Zwane, dope director and writer. We did, you know, we got the homies together. We did like a little short film. It's called Slug.
Okay.
And it got nominated into Madrid Film Festival.
Damn, that's
yeah.
dope. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah,
That's so dope.
Shout out to the boy, dude.
Yeah.
He did a really great job on that. So, you know, and I AD'd on that. You know, I'll AD for him. He's my boy any day. So, like, those type of things, dude, there are so many guys out there that are so sick, dude. Like, it's going to be, in a couple of years, it's going to be very, very, I don't want to say surprising, but I don't want to say shock. What's the word that I'm looking for? But it will be something to marvel at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know, you got guys like Loverland. Loverland is only like 27, 26.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like,
It's done 2 features, I think, or something.
you know what I mean, dude? Like, you know what I mean? You got great actors just walking around like it's nobody's business. So, like, we are primed to become something even more exceptional than what we are right now. But, you know, it's up to us to keep doing it. Like, District 9, bro.
Yeah, yeah. That was like out of this world.
Bro, and I'm like a big sci-fi guy, dude. That's like one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. You
And
know
we haven't
what I mean?
seen much of that, ever since.
Yeah, you know, like, I think, like, it would be dope to see something like that. Or not necessarily something like that, but, you know, something that kind of stretches the boundaries a bit. Like, dude, aliens in Alexandria.
The concept was
You know, it writes itself.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, South Africa, like, we got so many stories, dude. Like, it's ridiculous that we just need to keep doing it. Like, I watched a short film, Cowboy Dan. Have you watched it?
Never watched it, no.
I think it's a Cake Net short film.
Oh, okay.
Don't quote me, but dude, that was awesome, dude. It was about this car guard who thinks he's a cowboy, and when one of the cars that he's looking after gets stolen, he sets out on a mission to go get it back, dude. Like,
Damn.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So, like, all of those things, dude, and, you know, like, we're such interesting people, like, in the realm of reality and outside of the realm of reality. You know, we can do so much, dude, and we need to. I think, like, one of my biggest things that I'm also trying to work on is using the medium. Like, bro, like, you know, just putting a camera in front of something, like, yeah, that's cool, but it is a movie, dude. You're allowed to do whatever you want.
You break all the rules.
There are no rules.
There are no rules.
No, like, no, like, legit, there are no rules. Like, if you think about it, dude, like, making movies is magic. It's literally magic. Like, if I was born not knowing anything on Earth, and you said I can video record you right now as you are and play it in 100 years, and that's how you were in that exact moment with audio, I'm gonna tell you a lie. No, I'm gonna tell you a lie. Like, you're making this shit up. But you know, like, just utilizing the medium, dude, just to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Like, and, you know, there shouldn't be a limit on it at any point. Like, I'll make an example. Like, one of my favorite films, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
You know, they took a very simple concept, just dealing with mortality, and they turned it into an epic sci-fi movie. Just using the medium of
I
film.
think that's one of my. It's one of my favorite Nolan films. Christopher Nolan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which
It's
one?
like. Isn't Blade Runner? No, which one?
Nah, dude.
No.
I'm talking about the original Blade Runner.
You talk about the original one.
Yeah, the 2049, that's Denis Villeneuve,
Oh, okay.
which is
What's
also
that?
retarded.
Tenet.
Tenet.
It's one of my. Yeah.
You
one of
like
my-
it?
Yeah, I dig it. Speaking of that, I'm going to just ask you some rapid fire questions.
Alright, sick.
So just literally 10 questions
Yeah.
that have come from your followers and people that
Oh, heck yeah.
I went in all this and
Sick.
asked people things. What's your favorite film?
2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your favorite South African film?
I would say it's a tie between District 9 and Tina Sobabili.
Tina Sobabili, ne?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's an incredible, like Ernest Ngozi.
Oh, dude, it was dope.
Yo.
Bro. It was dope. I feel like I'm missing out on a couple too.
Yeah,
but-
there's just so many. But
like,
it's just
I'll
the one
say
that comes to
those
top
two.
of your mind.
I'll say those two.
And then your favorite director
Of all time,
of all time.
Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did I think Spike was? Last time I spoke to you, you said you were a big fan of Spike.
No, like the Spike is dope.
Yeah.
But Stanley, bro, like I know it's subjective and shit,
Yeah.
but nah, it's not. Like, dude,
Okay.
when you make a great film in every single genre, one of the greatest films in every single genre, I think, like, you know, it's not up to debate. Like, dude, he made 2001: A Space Odyssey in like 1962, still one of the best looking sci-fi films, if you're asking me. And then he made Full Metal Jacket, one of the best war films. Doctor Strangelove, one of the best comedies. And A Clockwork Orange, which I don't even know what genre that falls under. It's a crazy movie. You should check it out. Have you watched it?
Nope. Most of the movies you mentioned, I've never watched.
It's a movie like I don't like to recommend because it is really fucked up, but it's done really, really well. You know, he made Spartacus, one of the greatest epics. So like, yeah, dude. Oh, and The Shining, one of the greatest horror films.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, that's all one man, dude. And Barry Lyndon, one of the best period pieces. Shot all on natural light. He made his own lenses for that shit. Like,
Damn, this guy's like a film book. He's like a whole film book.
no, dude, like Stan the Man with the Plan, Kubrick. That's my guy, dude.
And your favorite South African film director that you'd love to collab with? Actually, let's put it there. The favorite South African film director you'd like to collab with, like one where you're like, damn, I'm shooting a film and this is the guy I'm working with.
Oh, there are a couple, bro.
Okay,
A couple, bro.
you can name them. Name the ones that come to the top of your mind.
I like Zwelethwa right there, bro.
Yeah,
That's
you
dope.
did justice.
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah. I'd like to do it again. I like Jamil.
Yeah. Oh, Jamil.
Yeah,
I think he's the most underrated though, in my view.
yeah. I do like Ernest as well. That was a really interesting movie he made.
What your
I
boy?
also like
Your boy
it.
T-Bag.
Dude, I've been working with T-Bag for so long, bro. We're gonna work together again, dude. I don't think that's one that I need to worry
You guys
about.
have been working
Yeah,
together.
yeah. We're definitely gonna run into each other. Who else? I like some of the commercial directors, like Greg Gray. That would be
No,
dope.
don't know him, no.
I love what they do at Romance. Those guys are really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
work with Trucker Tribe as well, just as a production company. Like, dude, they're dope. They do
Yeah.
some really, really cool shit. Yeah, no, bro. We could talk about this for a while.
Yeah.
But
And
those guys.
another one is, how much was your first paycheck and what did you do with it?
I won't tell you how much it was.
What did you do with it then?
What did I do with it? I don't know. Probably. Well, okay. Let's talk about my Gomorrah one. I called a financial advisor.
What?
I got a financial advisor.
Damn, was it that big?
No, like even big or small, dude. You gotta have a plan.
True.
You know,
Especially
like-
being young as well. I mean,
Yeah. You know, trying to get ahead of it. I was like, yo, dude, let's do this, let's do that, and that. But I think the first thing that I bought with that was, I think I bought a pair of Beats,
Beats by Dr. Dre.
Soto Pros, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Gotta get
That's-
my music in, boy.
Yeah, so you're a big rap
I love
fan.
music, dude.
Yeah,
Like we were just talking about Tomorrowland.
yeah, true. Okay,
Bro,
cool.
Oh, one day.
Yeah. Do you have any superstitions before you step out on set?
Do I? No, not really. Eh?
Not like you're not one person that I have to wear my left shoe first before my right on it when I'm shooting. Nothing. Okay.
Just kind of like put it on, get on.
Yeah.
But one thing that I like to greet everybody on set.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
But it's who you are.
before, like, dude, we're a team, bro. Like, you know, like we're all in the same boat. We're all tired. We're all under pressure. Let's just be on the same team, be as nice as we can to each other while we're there. You know, obviously we're gonna butt heads, but as long as it's conducive for what we're doing and it's not a thing of like egos, as long as we're all serving the story and we can have a healthy debate, like Christopher Nolan says, film is intellectual compromise. And I was like, that makes sense, bro. You know,
Yeah.
and also like at the end of the day, you know, say goodbye to everybody and then see you guys in the next day. So maybe that's one thing that I do quite consistently on set. Yeah.
Yeah. And have you ever stolen? This is a bit of a funny one. Have you ever stolen a prop from any of the film sets that you've been on?
Oh yeah.
What did you steal?
I stole one of the Namora masks, but I stole that at the premiere.
At where? At
the premiere.
Oh, is that at the premiere?
Yeah, because like we were there, and I was like,
Why didn't I think of that, man? I also would have wanted to keep that.
Like,
Damn.
well, but
Should've
the
thought about
one
that.
piece that I have, so Back of the Moon, I didn't steal it though. But Back of the Moon, my character had this suede jacket, bro. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And at the end of the production, I was like, yo, can I get it? And they were like, nah, it's part of like the whatever. I was like, ah, shit, that sucks. And then fast forward a couple of years, I'm on Gomorrah. Same, like, and it's there.
Same wardrobe department.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We're shooting in the same place.
yeah.
Right? And I'm there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh. I go to the wardrobe lady, I'm like, yo, can I get it? And she's like, nah, you gotta give me something back. I'm like, jeez. I'm like,
Cop
damn.
out some cash.
Nah, not even did. I was like, kind of was just like, dude, but it's not, just give me my thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn it. Anyway, fast forward, last day on Gomorrah. I'm leaving and the wardrobe lady comes to me, new wardrobe lady. She's like, hey, is there anything you want to take? Boo, straight. I'm like, pa. Thank
one
you.
thing.
Cheers.
I think it's one of those like you finally it's one of those full circle moments that like you're shooting on Back of the Moon and then you didn't get it, then Gomorrah season 1 you didn't get it, then eventually when you left it's like finally.
Dude, and it's such a dope jacket, bro.
You still have it till today?
Yeah, I
Still
was wearing
today?
it last night.
Yeah? Oh, dope.
It'll stay with me forever.
Yeah, okay, cool. Last question.
Yeah.
A message you could tell a younger Sia Taba.
Shit.
It's a bit of a deep one, eh?
Yeah. What would I tell the youngest? Prioritize happiness, bro. Yeah.
That's all?
Oh yeah. Prioritize happiness, and then everything else falls in line.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah.
Okay, just before we end off, you're on the estate.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the estate actually.
Yeah.
I haven't watched I need to watch it, but I just think I don't know. I'm more into like film and series and that,
Same.
and I struggle with telenovelas to
Same.
keep up and that. Yeah.
Same.
But how's that been going?
That's been going well, bro. You know, working with Leorato like every day is dope. Dumsani is dope in some key. So yeah, been having fun there. Working with some familiar faces as well. So yeah, having a good
But it's
time.
so dope when they announced that you're going to be on the estate. Because it was like a reunion of some of the Justice Serves, like Lerato.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? And Dino was on the States, I think the previous season before this one. So it was just like, oh wow, this is like so cool. I remember, I think they announced it, then the next day we're doing the junkets, and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, but it was just one of those things. And then talk to me about your projects coming soon.
So we just wrapped up Bury the Hatchet, which is written by Kayat Aba.
Yes. Dope guy.
Amazing
Super amazing guy, yeah.
Yeah. Also with Wanda Ndlovu.
Yes, Wanda.
And Dabentle. You'll know who he is very soon. He was also in Slug, the one that got nominated. Dope guy. Well, from KZN, Ladysmith from our hometown. Then currently busy with Divulgence, written by Lerato Mokoka.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was supposed to be on that set.
Oh yeah, why don't you come,
I
bro?
I had to babysit my nephew that
Why don't you
day.
bring the nephew, bro?
Was I allowed to? I mean, I thought it was going to be inconvenient. I had to babysit Koki that day. Yeah, that's my boy.
You would have been asleep, dude. We were shooting from like 12 a.m. to 12 a.m.
I just thought, and it was literally like on that day, like there was just, they asked me in advance and I was just like, damn, dude, like, I'm going to leave this kid here. Just like, sorry about that.
So yeah, those two, and then I'm writing again, which is good.
Nice.
December I've kind of booked off to like.
Okay. So you're not going to be chilling this December?
Well, I'm going to be chilling and writing.
Okay. Well, that's dope.
And it goes hand in hand. I think I'm going to stay my ass in Joburg.
Yeah. We must link in December, man.
Yeah.
Let's create some
Let's
stuff,
go out.
yeah.
Let's go out, bro.
Yeah, I'm always keen. I'm always keen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Shaka Ilembe?
What about it?
You're not allowed to talk about that.
What? Nah, I'm not a part of it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were part of it. We'll cut that out. Cut out that part. Cut out that part.
But like one thing I do want to say about that, I am excited for it.
Yeah, it looks dope.
I'm excited for it. I hope it's dope, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. You know, obviously the boy Lemachang is
Yeah.
playing Shaggy Z.
Oof. Top caster.
Yeah.
That's a top caster.
So I'm excited. You know,
Yeah.
I hope when's it coming out next year? Yeah.
Maybe mid next year.
Mid next year.
Yeah, mid next year.
So yeah, I'm quite keen for it though.
Yeah.
Very keen for it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. We really loved having you here on SFM Chronicles.
Are we done?
We're done. We're
How much
done.
time do we have on the card?
Still 2-3 minutes.
There's still more.
2-3 minutes.
You still want to go more?
Yeah, let's talk about Tomorrowland, bro.
No, this
Kind of got into it.
This is
You
more
know,
of a
you
film.
like-
This is film. This is
No,
film.
dude, like, hey, man, like, it's all, everything is a part of everything. Like, the reason why
What
I like
about
film,
Tomorrowland?
No, like, Tomorrowland's amazing, dude. Like, I got a call from one of my boys, and he was like, dude, let's go
Yeah.
next year. But
Where
I'm
is
going to
it?
be on set. Next year, it's Tomorrowland Winter in the French Alps. Dude, snow.
That's gonna look like, yeah, I can really imagine the stage and like the whole thing. Like,
But I can't go, dude. I'm going to be at work. So that sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, dude, like, you see, you're saying, like, no, we're talking about film. But, dude, that's the thing about film that I like. And maybe other artists will be pissed off at me, but I think film is the epitome of art, bro. You use every single form of art is represented in film, bro.
very true.
Like
Yeah.
even dance, like blocking a scene, that is choreography, dude. You know what I mean? The music, everything about it, bro. Just the still image. It should be a painting. There are paintings within paintings. They're like, you know, have you watched Shutter Island?
Nope.
He has, right? There's this part where Leonardo DiCaprio is holding his wife, and then she like turns into ash and she disintegrates. That shot is taken.
No, this sounds familiar.
Yeah. You've probably seen it.
Yeah, I
1,000
probably
times.
have watched it.
Yeah. That shot is taken exactly.
is
It's
familiar.
referenced from Gustav Klimt. He's my favorite painter. Like exactly like one of those paintings, and you see it repetitively. Like that's why I did everything, bro. Everything, the human experience. That's movies, bro.
So Tomorrowland. See us gonna
Tomorrowland.
book us tickets, guys. Yeah?
Dude, yo,
This
bro.
is Mr. Netflix Gomorrah.
dude.
Hey,
I want to go
yeah.
so badly.
So
I want to go so badly,
so
but
Sia must get us flights there. You must please help us
guess-
get sponsors, man. We're,
Get
we're
sponsors?
trying to get sponsors. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we want to get proper podcasting mics and everything.
Oh, yeah,
and like
oh, yeah,
get
oh, yeah.
proper cameras and more cameras and
no, I
and like
haven't chatted about it.
a whole a vision mixer and all those things.
No, also we should go.
And a studio. We're also looking for a studio to shoot. Yeah.
I think I might know a guy in terms of studio space with everything.
Yeah.
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 We can chat,
But we're honestly trying, man. We're just trying to, you know,
Oh yeah, dude. Like
grow
that's the
this
thing, bro.
industry.
Like,
Yeah.
how much time do you have?
We just finished exactly when you said that. That one's still rolling.
Alright, cool. I guess this is even camera
Finish it
left,
off.
but there's no excuses anymore, bro.
True. Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously we do want to get the best things and whatnot, et cetera, but that doesn't matter. Like, Villanelle told me something that stuck with me for a long time, still to this day. I was there, I was on set, Blood Psalms, I was visiting. I was busy geeking over the Sony Venice. And whatever, I was like, oh, bro, it's a camera. It was like the camera of the year that year. And he's like, hey, man, yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't matter what camera you have. It's all that matters what you put in front of it.
True.
I was like, bars,
Yeah.
bars, you know. So, but at least you're not using it as an excuse, bro. You got 2 cameras,
And you make it happen. Yeah.
and you know you got a mic. You make it happen. You know, like most people, even like everybody's got a phone, bro.
True. Yeah.
Pull it out, shoot your thing, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna wait for certain things, that was also one of the reasons I made Carrots, dude. I'm like, I'm not gonna wait for somebody to say, hey, yo, man, you can direct now. I was like, I've got a pen and paper. My friend's got a camera. My friend knows how to use a camera. This one knows how to act.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a house now. All of a
Let's
sudden,
rock.
Let's go. You know what I mean? So, like, there's less excuses. Obviously, easier said than done, but you know, if it's really that important, you'll make a plan, bro.
Yeah.
You'll make a plan.
Thanks so much. Yeah, appreciate it. Can you just look into the camera?
Yeah.
Can you just look into the camera and
Yeah.
say, hi, my name is Sia Glover and you are watching SA Film Chronicles.
Hi, my name is Sia Glover, and you are watching SA Film Chronicles.
Awesome.
So tell me what you require.